Hi, welcome to your week 4 yoga practice. Today's focus for this practice is on taking action and leaping into the unknown and having courage to do so. You've spent, 3 weeks kind of honing in on what you desire for your life, and we are always co-creating with the universe. So one of our jobs is to know what we want, but then we have to be able to take action and kind of meet the universe like at a halfway point to bring those desires into fruition. So today's practice, that's kind of the focus behind the practice, and we'll kind of see where it takes us. But leaping into the unknown, having courage, and being able to take action, where courage really comes into play with that, because fear can stand in our way when we really start to step out and say, I want this and I'm going to go after it. Fear can come up for many of us, so courage is a really useful tool. And just understanding that our desires do take us into the unknown. Oftentimes they take us into new territory, and that's kind of the thrill of seeking out our desires, but it's also a little scary. So we'll see how we can work with that today in our practice. So we're going to actually start seated. And if you want to be boosted up on something, you can, but no worries if you don't have anything handy. Rest your hands for a moment, close your eyes. Take a couple deep breaths. And just kind of letting those words that I just spoke, kind of letting them settle into your body, mind, and heart. Right? What does it mean to you to have courage? What does it mean to you to leap into the unknown? To take action towards what you most desire. And we're going to start to let that energy move a bit through our bodies. So as you breathe out, let's draw the chin to the chest, grab onto your knees or your shin bones and just round your spine. And then as you breathe in, shift your weight forward, bend your elbows a little bit, open your heart, gaze up. So that's kind of our starting flow. Really easy, rocking back, rounding your spine, breathing out. Coming forward, arching the back, lifting the gaze. All right, so just find your flow with your breath. Moving and breathing with your intention for today's practice, right? Accessing courage, leaping into the unknown, taking action towards what you want to manifest in your life, and doing your part to co-create with the universe. Next time you breathe out, we're going to switch this up a bit. So round your spine, breathing out, and then we're going to circle from here. So circle to the right, just let your spine, your torso reach out to the right. And you could bend your elbows, tip forward, opening your chest, reach to the left, circle around. Let's do that a couple more times in this direction. We've got 7 main energy centers that live along the length of our spine. So we're kind of helping to balance those energy centers so that we can utilize our whole self, all of our resources, to create the life we desire. And just find kind of a graceful transition, circling in the opposite direction. Take one more full breath in. As you exhale, again, you might find yourself in that rounded back position. And then just breathe in, lift your chest, sit up nice and tall. If your eyes are closed, go ahead and let your eyes blink open and then make your way forward onto your hands and knees. And from hands and knees, take a stretch back through child's pose, just kind of neutralizing your spine. Here in child's pose, again, just kind of relax, be soft, breathe into your belly. Let your belly reach out towards your thighs. Soften with your exhale. Good. And then with your arms stretched out in front, go ahead and rise up, coming onto your hands and knees. Tuck your toes. Exhale, press back through downward facing dog. Take a few deep breaths in down dog. Just kind of letting your weight shift around, finding your two hands, finding your 2 feet, finding your center. Good. Take one more nice deep breath, breathing in. And then as you exhale, walk your feet forward to the front of your mat. Take a lift of your chest, lengthen out your spine, inhaling. And then exhaling, folding forward. And rising up, breathing in. Sweeping those arms overhead. And exhaling, bringing the hands down through center. Right, we're going to move through one fluid sun salute. So just kind of, and with this sun salutation, let yourself just try to feel the flow, right? Going with the flow of life, flow of your breath, the flow of the body. Let's release the arms. Take a big breath, lift up. Exhale, dive over your thighs, forward fold. Breathing in, lengthen. Step your left foot back, exhale. Tap your left knee down. Breathe in, sweep your arms up. Low crescent. Exhale, hands to your mat. Step into plank and take a breath in. Breathe out, drop your knees if you need to, lower through chaturanga. You could take cobra here or full up dog, breathing in. Downward facing dog, breathing out. Full breath here, inhale. Step your left foot between your hands, exhale. Tap your right knee down. Breathe in, sweep the arms up. Arch back. And exhale, hands come down to your mat. Tuck your back toes, lift the knee, and step to the front of your mat. Lift your chest, breathe in, and exhale, fold. Rise up, inhaling. Sweep those arms high. And exhale, bringing the hands down through center. Good. Just pause here. Close your eyes if you want. Take a full breath in and out. Great. Now we're going to just explore a couple different postures through this next sequence. So let's release the hands again. Take a breath in. Lift the arms. Exhale. Dive over your thighs. Breathe in. Lengthen. Good. Let's step the left foot back again as you exhale. Drop the outside edge of your left heel down on your mat and slip your right hand inside your foot. Drop your hips low. See if you can line up your right arm with your right leg and then lift your left arm, inhaling. So it's like a side angle pose, sometimes called right angle pose. And this might be deeper than what you're used to working, but challenge yourself, right? Going a little bit outside of your comfort zone. And then breathe out, release, take that left hand down, lift your left heel and take your right arm up. Inhaling. Look up. Good. And then breathe out. Release your right hand down. Bring it inside your right foot again. And then walk your hands towards the left. You're going to come into a wide angle pose. And again, check in with your feet. Make sure the toes are lined up. Lift your chest. And you're going to walk your hands out like you're moving into a wide-legged down dog pose. So walk your hands forward. Keep the bulk of the weight in the feet. But your hands are kind of like little suction cups here, and you want to pull back with your hips. Let your head hang. Right, so we're used to our regular down dog with the feet about hip distance apart. So this is, again, kind of just offering your body a different experience of something that you might do all the time. Let your head go. And then we're going to make this into a twist. So you're going to take your left arm, weave it underneath your right, and grab onto your right leg with your left hand. So you could grab your knee, your shin bone, or your ankle. So sometimes called a hanging twist. You're going to try to keep pushing into the right hand as you pull with the left, twisting your body. Look underneath your right arm towards the sky if you can. And then breathe in and try to let go through your spine as you exhale. Using the strength of your arms to hold your body in the twist, take one more breath. And then as you exhale, let go completely. Come back through that wide-legged down dog and switch sides. Take your right arm underneath your left, grab onto your leg, pull with that right arm and hand, push with your left and twist. Look underneath your left arm and breathe. Let your head hang. Try to relax along your spine. Soften your belly as you exhale. Good. Release. Come back through center. Down, wide-legged down dog. Inhale. Exhale. Good. And then walk your hands back and lift your chest up. Breathe in. And exhale, walk your hands back towards the front of your mat. Come into your lunge. Step yourself back. Find your plank pose, upward push-up position. Lower yourself all the way down, chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Down dog, breathe out. Full breath in and out. Good. And then walk, step, or hop your feet to the front of your mat. Lift your chest, breathe in. Fold forward, exhale. Let's bend the knees, breathe in, rise up through chair, Utkatasana. And then fold right back forward, exhale. Breathe in, lengthen. And take your right leg back, exhale. Okay, so we'll just repeat that on side two. You're going to drop your right heel, slip your left hand inside your foot. So you're lining up your arm with your leg and then reach your right arm up. And again, if this feels like, oh, it's kind of hard, it's kind of challenging, you might take your feet wider apart, try to drop your hips low and press your arm into your leg, look up. Good, exhale, release. And we're going to twist, so lift your right heel and then lift your left arm. Good. Breathe out, release that left hand down, bring it back to the inside of your foot, and then again, you're going to pivot around, bringing your feet parallel. Take a lift of your chest, inhaling, exhale, fold. This time, walk your hands back, so between your legs, and point your fingers behind you. Kind of tuck your chin to your chest, and imagine you're about to do a somersault, so you're shifting lots of weight into the balls of your feet, like you're about to somersault forward. Just hold here and try to let go along your spine, right? Letting go of all the ways we hold on for safety, for security, or what we believe to keep us safe, right? So we want to breathe out and just melt that tension, that stress along the spine. Take one more breath. And then breathe out. You can begin to release. Walk your hands back forward. Lift your chest. And then walk your hands back to that left foot, lunge position, step back, find your plank pose. Lower down, chaturanga. Down dog, exhale. Good, from down dog, take a nice full breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Good, and then let's actually drop the knees and just rest into child's pose, sitting your hips back. Good. Notice how you're feeling. So we're really grounding down during this practice, almost an earthy quality. And when we have that stabilizing connection to the earth, it's easier for us to leap, easier for us to kind of move into the unknown because we have a steady base as we step into it. So take one more breath, feel the earth underneath you and just that sense of support. And then when you're ready from here, rise up onto your hands and knees, and you're going to come to the front of your mat. Let your big toes come to touch and separate your knees wide apart. So this might be, you might already be at your max here where this is it. You can't go any further, so just stay here. If you're able to walk back a little bit further, you're going to take your hands behind you. And this is sometimes a pose where people are like, it's a little intense for me. And that's kind of what we're going for. Again, we want to go for that experience of like, this is a little bit uncomfortable, maybe a little bit unknown. And you find the sense of courage, not that you're going to push beyond your limits by any means, but that you might allow yourself to start relaxing in the space, right? Some of you can come down to your forearms. And you might even, depending on your openness here, you might be able to rest all the way down onto your shoulders and just breathe. Feeling any intensity, any uncomfortableness, breathing with that. And take 3 more deep breaths. Let your belly expand with your in-breath. Feeling steady, feeling stable inside yourself, even as you're reaching, right? Maybe beyond your comfort level. Reaching to take action, reaching to co-create, reaching towards what you want. And then we'll slowly transition out. So if you came all the way down, you'll want to prop up to your elbows, up to your hands, until you can bring yourself all the way back up onto your hands and knees. You can kind of walk those knees in. Shift yourself a little forward, cross your ankles, and then roll yourself back. So now you're sitting on your mat, and just bring your feet to the floor. Let's work the core on the way down. So you're gonna kind of pull the belly in, reach your arms out, tuck your tail under. So you're gonna start to round into your back. Let's roll down for a count of 5 here. So lowering about an inch or 2 for 5, a couple more inches for 3, 2, really feel that strength in your belly, and then let yourself release all the way down. So you're going to just, either hand, it doesn't really matter. You're going to be tapping like the top of your sternum. You want this tap to kind of be stimulating, so you can tap any amount, and you can tap in really any way if you want to make like circles or anything like that. And this tapping, it's kind of like a esoteric way of activating courage in the body. So the thymus gland relates to this energy of courage, and tapping right here, the thymus gland actually exists right behind the sternum at this point, helps to kind of just wake that little gland up and turn up that courage inside of your body. Right? It's like whispering to yourself, come on, courage, I need you to help me move forward in my life. Gotta take one more breath. And then as you exhale, just let that tapping slow down, and just rest your hand over your heart and breathe into your hand. Good. And then keep your feet mat width apart, or maybe hip distance at least, and take your arms out in line with your shoulders, and just windshield wipe your legs from side to side. Just in kind of a nice, easy, relaxed, kind of loose twist for the spine. Feel your spine twisting, feel your spine also still resting close to the earth. And then draw the knees through center and bring them in towards your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze, a little hug, and just kind of pressing the spine down into your mat. Coming back to this idea that The spine is this really stabilizing force, and when it's connected to the earth especially, gives us a sense of being stable. All right, and then from here, stretching out into Shavasana, your final relaxation pose. Letting the legs extend out, kind of feeling the culmination of all of the practices that you've done throughout this month, and all of the exercises, the worksheets, the lectures that you've heard, the meditations that you've done, just kind of receiving the culmination of all of that. Taking it in, absorbing it, sealing it into your body. And then bringing your awareness back to your breath. Letting the breath stretch all the way down to the toes. Letting the breath stretch all the way down to the tips of your fingers and beginning to stretch. And when you feel ready, rolling off to one side. Easing yourself up, coming into a seated position. Letting yourself sit quietly for a moment. Feeling connected to your heart. Feeling connected to a sense of being worthy, right? Your own self-worth and power, personal power. Feeling a connection to your inner joy. And sensing your connection to the universe, right? That you are in collaboration with. And the clearer you become inside yourself, right, the more easily the universe can cooperate with you, collaborate with you, co-create with you. Let's gather the palms together at the front of the chest. Have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day. Namaste.
Namaste.